Hey, welcome back to the channel, and we are back with another weekly whiz video. If this is your first time finding my channel, my name is Gerard, and on this channel, we are talking about fragrances. Last week, I wore 7 fragrances. In this video, I'm covering every single fragrance, giving you a detailed description on my experience with that scent. So if that is content that you think you want to see more of, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on bell notifications so you are updated whenever I upload something new. But without further ado, let's jump right into the list, starting with Sunday. So on Sunday, I had some work to do. I had an open house, and I wanted something that was elevated, dressed up. But this week, I went in with the goal to focus on vanilla-based fragrances, or fragrances that really utilize the note of vanilla to my liking, ones that I really enjoy. And the scent I ended up reaching for was Brioni Eau de Parfum Intense. And if you guys have not smelled this scent from Brioni yet, you are missing out. Great atomizer, fantastic magnetic cap. Can't go wrong with that. This one actually smells like a candied apple with vanilla and oud sprinkled on top. Very unique smelling fragrance. I even get a little bit of a suede note adding to that sophistication of the scent, which is why I like dressing this one up. I did a short and as I said, I dressed up for work that day, had to go do an open house. So my outfit was elevated. This just elevated the look and made me feel confident and ready to take on the day. This stuff is absolutely incredible. It is getting a little bit harder to find, it seems. I will try to link it down below. Amazing fragrance on the House of Brioni. Not talked about enough. I get really good longevity from this. Incredible scent. Incredible scent. You guys definitely need to try this one. Brioni Eau de Parfum Intense. This one was a must reaching for my vanilla-based fragrances. It has vanilla in the name. Scent we are talking about is Jo Malone's Vetiver and Golden Vanilla. And this one has a really earthy, smoky vetiver to go along with, I would say, a mature smelling vanilla. It's not overly sweet. It has almost a tartness to it, just the right amount of sweetness. But the real story here is how that smoky, earthy vetiver is blended with the vanilla. It has a really fresh aromatic vibe to go along with that dynamic punch that the vanilla adds. I love the versatility here. This is one that I would feel confident wearing during the day to the office or casually, and then wearing out later that evening. So fantastic transitional scent. Some of my favorite fragrances are effortlessly transitional from day to night. I feel like you get a ton of value when you have a fragrance that can have you covered for the entire day. So this one definitely fits that bill. And do not sleep on Jo Malone Cologne Intense. Now, this is the Cologne Intense. This has unreal performance. Was not expecting performance like this from a Cologne Intense, but because it sounds a little gimmicky to me. So I'm not sure of the oil concentration here, but this lasts and it projects fantastically well. So definitely check out a Jo Malone fragrance. See if you like them. I think they smell of really high quality. This is by far my favorite in the entire line. Jo Malone, Vetiver, and Golden Vanilla. You guys knew this one was going to be on the list. It had to be. This one absolutely had to be on today's list for vanilla fragrances. The scent we are talking about is Spice Bomb Extreme from Viktor and Rolf. And if I'm being honest, this one, I'm running out of days to wear this because for me, this is pretty much a cold weather, wintertime fragrance. And the day that I wore it, there was a chill in the air, so it worked beautifully. Vanilla, boozy notes, some tobacco adding more sweetness, some spice. Obviously, it's a spice bomb fragrance. Incredible scent. Not my favorite in the line, only based on versatility, and it is a little less reined in than some of the other fragrances, making them, again, a little less versatile. This one, a little less versatile for me than others. However, I think this is the most talked about in the line because it is the most in-your-face, unapologetic performer from all of the spice bombs. This is by far the best performer. I tell the story of when I put this on one day going to meet friends in the city, and I literally had to roll the window down because I had oversprayed this one. So be aware of that. It is possible to overspray this one. But with that being said, this is an incredible vanilla fragrance, spicy, boozy, woody, and just likable. People are going to like this. It's going to grab attention, and they're going to tell you smell great. Spice Bomb Extreme from Viktor and Rolf. This one has been a super hyped fragrance for years now within the fragrance community, and I really, really enjoy this one. The scent we are talking about is Mercedes-Benz Club Black. Vanilla, incense, woods. Man, this is unique stuff. Not only is it inexpensive for the most part, you can find this one for around the $45 price tag. It does go in and out of stock, but as of late, it's been stocked and easily available. It has an ambery, sweet, almost frosting like vanilla here that's very sweet. So you have to like that type of sweet, false vanilla. It doesn't really smell natural. But what I like about this one is how it balances out beautifully with the woods and the incense here. Really adds this element to it that I really enjoy and makes it unique and makes it stand out in my collection. This is not my wife's favorite. She thinks it's too cloying, that vanilla is just too sort of like toothache type sweetness to it. So I understand that it smells more of like a candle to her than it would like a fragrance that you would wear. For me personally, though, that incense note really stands out on me, balancing this one out beautifully. A lot of people say this is niche quality. It's tough to say. I can understand why they say that. It has sort of a rich darkness to it almost, but still being a vanilla fragrance. And it does smell a little different than most vanilla fragrances that I have in my collection. So I understand the niche angle, but it's not overly complex to me, and it's pretty easy to wear. So it's nothing challenging. Probably going to be better for cooler days, but this is one that I would probably reach for on just a casual day, hanging out at the house, watching the game. It's a comforting scent. It's also a great layering scent. I find myself wanting to layer this with a couple other fragrances in my collection. Maybe I'll do a video on that. In terms of performance, it has decent performance. It's nothing outstanding. You're getting around 5 or 6 hours total from it. I would expect, I guess, maybe better longevity from such a sort of resinous fragrance, but it's just not there. So doesn't bother me. I paid, again, cheapy territory money for this, and I think it's definitely worth it. I actually grabbed a tester for maybe even a little less money. Mercedes-Benz Club Black. This next one is one of the better cologne fragrances. This entire house is one of the better cologne houses that I've tried. They were kind enough to send this bottle over to me. I am going to talk about it today. However, I'm not getting any money from them or a commission or anything like that. I just wanted to talk about it because I think it's a really great product. Scent we are talking about is Barrett's Bonfire Night. Now, if you guys have checked out Barrett fragrances before, I own a few of their fragrances that I really enjoy. Pool Time is one that's absolutely incredible. But this one is inspired by Maison Margiela's By the Fireplace. This one is different. It's going to remind you of that scent. This one, I think, is a little heavier on the smoke, less so on the marshmallow sweetness that I get from By the Fireplace. I enjoy By the Fireplace. I think my taste leans a little more towards the Barrett's version of that. And again, it's because of that. Just the sweetness is sort of tempered a little bit. What I really like about this scent is how it's really long lasting. It projects awesome. Like the projection on this is, the day I wore it, I was just working at my desk, and I just kept getting wafts of it as the day went on, which I really like that because I like this scent. It's not overly complex. It's nothing too dynamic, but what it does really well. Has the vanilla, has the woods, has the smoky, incensey vibe, like you were burning a fire in your backyard. That's what I enjoy about this one. And the best part is that this is an extrait de parfum and great atomizer. This is actually the older bottle too. I like the design language on their newer bottles. They have really nice plaques on the front. And this is just their older style bottle. Great atomizer, but as I was saying, what I really like about these is that for a 50 ml, you're paying around, I want to say 45 or 50 bucks for an X straight day parfum. So you don't need a lot. There's not a lot of X straight day parfums out there for around 45 or 50 bucks. So I'd be really curious to know if you guys have tried anything from the House of Barrett, but this one I really enjoy. Barrett Fragrances Bonfire Night. I just picked this up in my most recent rack store pickup video. So if you guys have not watched that video, be sure to go check it out at the end of this video. I am doing a giveaway on that video, so all the details can be found in the description box below on that video. But the scent we are talking about is Shagaf Oud from Swiss Arabian. And as I said in that video, my first impressions of this were not great. Now, I will say, as the day wore on, when I wore this fragrance, and this lasted quite a while on me, it got better. It definitely got better. What stands out to me more than anything in this fragrance, and that didn't change much, is the rose, the oud. It has a perfumey vibe to me. I can understand why this leans too feminine for some guys. What I will say is that as time went on and as I wore this, more of the ambery vanillic notes started to come through. A lot of you guys mentioned that this one needs time to macerate, which I would probably agree with. A couple of the best Middle Eastern fragrances that I have in my collection, Latafa Assad being probably my favorite, needed some time to macerate, because when I first tried that fragrance, I thought it was good, wasn't blown away by it. That has gotten so much better, like 100 times better than when I first tried it. That is one that I talk about quite often on this channel, and it just needed time to macerate. So I'm going to give this one more time. I really wish more of the vanilla was prominent here, more sweetness, more praline, that caramelly sort of vanillic quality that some of you guys talk about. Would love to smell that along with the oud here, the saffron, and some of those other notes. So, because I think if that's the case, this is going to be an incredible fragrance for the money. So I'm going to give this one more time. Go check out that video. Watch my first impressions. Shagaf Oud from Swiss Arabian. I went out with some friends on Saturday night along with my wife. We met up with some other couples and had a great meal, a couple drinks at a local restaurant, and it was kind of a no-brainer for me. Sticking to the theme of that week, I wanted to reach for one of my favorite night out fragrances that just happens to feature the note of vanilla. Scent we are talking about is Tom Ford Noir Extreme. And if you guys have tried this fragrance, you already know how incredible this is. I know there's a parfum version. I have a decanter of the parfum, and as good as that fragrance is, this one is better. It has a sweet and spicy warmth to it, a creamy, kulfi note, Indian ice cream, that vanilla. There's a little bit of spice. There's some ferniness to this. So I even get a slight greenness here that adds to the masculinity of an already kind of sweeter fragrance. I mean, this stuff is absolutely amazing. It comes alive off of me. I get compliments on this all the time. Becoming one of my favorite night out fragrances. Doesn't mean you can't wear it during other times, during the day. I mean, I would reach for this more often than not. I'm even going to wear this summer on warmer nights. I will still wear this. It's that damn good. The best word to describe this fragrance is beautiful. It's a beautiful scent that I've complimented other people on when I smell it on them. They're wearing it around me. Fantastic sillage. It does sit a little closer to the skin an hour or two in. It's one of those fragrances that's not going to fill a room. It's a little bit reined in and not in your face beast mode, which even adds to the sophistication here. It's what makes this smell so incredibly exceptional is that it's kind of tamed, but smells incredible. I love it. It's always going to be in my collection. The parfum is good too. I don't want to knock the parfum. It's just something about the OG. And even the original Noir is a great fragrance. So Noir Extreme kind of is my favorite. Fits the bill. And I'm going to link this one down below because I think it is worth the money. 1,000%. You're going to spend a little more. You're around 130, 150 bucks for a bottle of this. But in my opinion, well worth it. Tom Ford Noir Extreme. That's all I have today, guys. As always, let me know in the comment section down below what your weekly rotation was. I always love hearing what you guys are wearing. If you like what you saw today, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, hit that bell notification so you are updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, have a fantastic week, and I'll see you in the next video.